Yo.
What's up, everybody?
What's good? What's popping?
Welcome back to another episode of the Words Coming Out of My Mouth podcast. I'm just five.
And I'm motherfucking Moses.
You in for a treat today. We don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but you're always in for a treat.
You're in for a treat.
Yes, sir.
What's good with you?
Chilling, my guy. What's going on?
Yeah, another week. Chilling.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week, really.
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing much, just walking. Shit.
Preseason kicked off.
Huh?
Preseason kicked off.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I'm wearing the high school little sweatshirt today. I'm getting back into my football shit. My son playing this year, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Excited. We're going to a game next week. Me and him get some alone time.
Nice.
Need that.
Yep. My daughter about to start school this year, really. In September.
Man, that is a free babysitter.
Yeah, free babysitter.
Yeah. It is, man. Sometimes you need that.
Oh my God.
You need them breaks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I just feel bad for those teachers. My daughter put them through it last year. Man, first year of school, dude, she out there hiding in the bushes and all that shit. I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, man. So, I don't know what happened in the class. She's five years old, going on 25. Everything hurts her feelings. It's like, girl, you 5.
You 5.
And whatever these kids are saying about you,
don't matter.
They're 5. Like, wait till you get 25 and people start saying shit about you.
Hey, tell me how you gonna feel.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be hurt.
You're gonna be hurt.
I'm hurting bad.
I guess that shit. I don't know, man. Like, I've been trying to fucking figure that shit out. Like, what is the where that shit come from? Like, can you develop yourself to be? Can you develop yourself to be like that? To have the attitude of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause we some fucking emotional motherfucker, right? And we.
Oh yeah, you told us already.
Oh my God.
Ooh, set me up, baby, set me up. But naturally, emotions are, it's a part of us. But developing certain type of emotions, like I don't know if you want to say developing emotions, but I honestly think people rehearse some of this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Okay, so like they may, okay, for example, I got somebody in our life, and every time they're upset, they tend to go away, and their way of getting back is to make up these different types of things, and they may say something like, "Oh, I broke my leg in 3 places. It hurts so bad." It's like, whoa.
So they're faking it.
Yeah. And then you find out they dropped a pot on their leg and they got a little bruise, and that's it. And you're just like, why all the extra dramatic? You know what I mean? Why all the extra shit?
Nah, I think whoever doing that just trying to fucking, he's seeking attention.
Look, you heard it here first. You heard it out of his mouth. Now, let me I agree. No. Why do you say that, though?
No, because we think that, so, all right, the way I look at it, right, we go through emotional distress sometimes, right?
Excuse me.
We go through emotional distress, right? And we feel like we need attention to survive, right?
Okay.
Not necessarily like to survive, but we need attention to go through life, to make us feel wanted. You know what I mean? To make us feel wanted by everybody else. So.
But why though? Why do you? I mean,
it's just the way the world is structured. It's just the way we structure, man. Like so growing up, right?
The way we that is not. I don't think that's true though.
And it is, bro. Like, so growing up, right? Like, we watch all this fucking We watch all this shit on the TV. We watch the music video. We watch celebrities' life, right? And we feel like that is the normal life, right? But they're not showing us what's behind the scene and shit, right? So we felt like that's the normal life. So, like everybody is a fucking goddamn celebrity these days. You know what I mean? You go on Instagram, you post whatever. We are celebrities, and we just incorporate that into our day of life. And when you don't get that, you find another means, right? You find another means to get the attention. You know what I mean? And I feel like people like, okay, my biggest pet peeve, right? My biggest problem is when people use mental illness, right, as a attention thing. You know what I mean? Like like I'm not saying like I might get in trouble for this shit. So I'm not saying that we're not sick to be able to fucking like to commit suicide, right? But I feel like when you send a text message or you put it on Instagram that I'm about to commit a suicide, you're not about to commit a suicide. You seeking attention so that people can come to your aid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna do it, you're gonna go do it.
You said, well, yeah, that is touchy.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, no, I don't agree with that either. I think that, suicide itself is a deep mental, like you have some mental struggles, like
No, you do.
pretty bad.
No, 100%.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say that is because for a long time I didn't, I just thought that I was brought up, not saying my mom or anybody told me that, but the society that I grew up in, it was, we don't do that. We don't talk about mental health. If you crazy, we talk about you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it be motherfucker crazy on the street. That's crazy George right there.
Yep.
Or that's crazy Diane. Or that's Looney Lynn. Or, you know what I mean? That's what we did. We talk down on
We do.
mentality.
We do.
So
We still do it, actually.
my time, serving in the military, I went through it. You know what I mean? I went through it. And it was mostly my fault because I didn't speak up. I didn't speak out. And but it's because of that mentality, mentality. And people don't know how to get away from that. And that's that thing.
So you saying that I know this didn't happen to you. I don't know, right? But let's say you are the stopping point. Like you are the road that, okay, this is it. I can't fucking take this shit no more, right? Which I have been in multiple times, right? And you decided that, fuck, I'm gonna take my life, right? And you feel like, oh, I'm gonna send a fucking group message to all my fucking friends and let them know that I'm about to do this shit. And you think that's the best idea to do? I feel like you're seeking attention.
You know what? I will say this. It is a form of selfishness.
It is,
But-
it's attention seeking.
But and it's hard. It's hard for an outsider to read the signs because I've dealt with people that committed suicide before,
I
and
do
you wouldn't
too.
have never thought that they were gonna do that.
Exactly.
But you if you have the time to send out a message to somebody and say, hey, this or that or whatever, then it's pretty much you crying out for help.
You are.
So if it's that, if you're gonna go that far, I would encourage you to go even further and just
Talk to
say
them.
the words. You know what I mean?
So
I need help. You know
okay,
what I mean?
okay. So in another way, you're right. Right, that's the way it should be. Right, I think so. You have a
Excuse me.
you're tired of this shit, right? You're down, right? I think you should be able to talk to somebody. hey, instead of sending that group text or putting it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case it is, right? And instead of doing that, hey, I'm about to kill myself. Making everybody feel in some kind of way like guilt, right? For you about to kill yourself. How about you fucking send a message and say, hey, I need help.
Or how about you as a friend check up on your friends
We
every now
don't
and
do that
again?
no more.
See, and
I
that's
do, I do, I know I do that.
that's a
Right?
thing,
But
and
we
that's
don't,
a that's a
we don't do that no more, right? Like there's some times that I wish some people check up on me, right? I went through dark times, and sometimes like I was, like I used to drink heavily, and like it was one time that I was cleaning up my closet and shit, like cleaning up my kitchen and shit, and this is like 5-6 years ago, and and I brought out a bunch of empty liquors, right, empty bottles, right. I had to have like, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 bottles empty, because I don't be going out, I don't do nothing, I don't talk to nobody. I just go to work, come back, drink, drink, and sleep.
same thing. That's the same thing I was doing, but I was doing it because I had those problems, or my problems.
And it just kept going, and it just kept going. I had suicide thoughts. I had all kind of shit. Right?
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Before you keep going, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
you.
you good.
Do you think that's a form of suicide? Because you're definitely killing yourself if you're drinking
I know
that much.
it is definitely a form of suicide.
Okay, so do you now refer your question back to yourself or your thoughts back to yourself when you say what you said about people, you know what I mean, their mentality, because you had a mentality too. You had something going on in your head where you were drinking every day. Now
so I wasn't saying, okay, I get the question, right? So like I wasn't saying that I went through it. That's why I feel like I'm in a situation to talk about it.
Okay.
Right?
So you were suicidal.
Yes.
Okay.
I went through it, and I felt like I'm in a situation to talk about it. And I'm not saying that, hey, it's easy, because it ain't easy, right? Most of the time, it just shit. God damn it, you cutting deep, man. Most of the time,
hey man, well, let's talk about it.
Now, most of the time, it's about getting that friend, you know what I mean? Getting the family, getting the somebody that makes you feel like the life is worth it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying these guys that going through it are not going through it 100%, right? I just feel like there's more of cloud chasing going on than asking for help. You know what I mean? I feel like we turned it to a cloud chasing instead of asking for help.
So do you think?
Because I didn't do that when I went through it. You know what I mean? I figured that way. I found a way to, I find a new things that will make me or help me at that time to navigate life without being depressed. You know what I mean? Because we all fucking depressed in some form. And I found a way to take myself out of that hole, you know what I mean, without killing myself, really, you know what I mean,
right?
And that's all I'm asking for. Like, instead of you going on a Facebook, you know what I mean, because I see that shit way too much, you know what I mean, and I'm like, you're not really trying to kill yourself. You just want this attention, you know what I mean. You want those likes, you want comments.
But everybody isn't going through it like you're going through it either. I mean, you definitely have, the voice and the platform, like, and I definitely commend you on sharing that, because it's big. But certain people go through things differently. You know what I mean? I know we all get cut. We bleed the same blood and all that, but the magnitude of the cut may be different.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is different.
So you got to think from that perspective when you talk about stuff like this, because you never know.
And listen, man, like I'm not really trying to like bring anybody down, because if you're going through it already, right, you already down, you know what I mean, and I'm not here to like keep kicking you down, you know what I mean. I think we should start from the friends, from the family, right? Let's say we don't do that. Personally, I feel like we don't do that enough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't check up on our fucking strong friends, right? Because the strongest friends really be the one that be going through it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because we have this idea of we gotta stay strong. You know what I mean? Because that's how we brought up. You know what I mean? And we the one that go through it most. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
and we don't do that enough. You know what I mean? So I do like sometimes I just randomly send like homeboy a message like, "Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's life, it's family. Everybody good? I'm good. Okay, I'm here if you need anything. You know what I mean? Because he ain't gotta be. I ain't got time to go see people. You know what I mean? But to go like chill with people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but like the message, like sometimes that's all people need. You need somebody to tell you, "Oh, you good? Check up on you." Shit, like fucking boost your morale to the fucking roof. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, somebody remember me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, like so every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
People will send me a happy birthday message
Mm-hmm.
every year, right? Hey, happy birthday! Hey, happy birthday! I go through my message and go through my Facebook and fucking put a bunch of shit on my fucking field, right? On my
Mm-hmm.
Facebook field, and I took that shit off 6 years ago.
The birthday thing.
Yeah. Uh,
Man, this water really told me up.
huh? Oh, you that water? I kicking your ass, huh?
We're down the wrong pipe.
Nah, I took that shit off 6 years ago.
So you had like just a certain happy birthday thing
No,
that you do every year?
no. So I pretty much what I did was I removed Facebook notifying my friends about my birthday.
Oh, okay.
My date of birth is not visible on Facebook.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Cause
You don't like your birthday anymore?
no, I do like my birthday. I don't even celebrate
I don't
birthday.
celebrate mine no
You
more.
know, I don't celebrate birthday really. But what made me went through that was that at that time I was going through the dark times, right? And I realized that it fucked my mind up because every time people send me happy birthday, right? I realized that they're only doing this because Facebook reminds them. You know what I mean? Because they're not really your friends. They just happen to scroll down their phone and they saw, oh, suggestion. Fuck, Moses' birthday today. And they fucking send you a message. You know what I mean? So I took that off to see how many people is gonna fucking send me a message the following year. It was zero, by the way. You know what I mean? Because nobody.
So basically, were you testing them to see who was gonna remember it? Who your real friends
who your
were?
real friends are. Like, we really, like, the people, it's like some people will send you a message, right? It would be like fucking goddamn Bible, right? They will write a fucking big note and all that shit, right? Like, "God damn, this motherfucker really put thought to it." And uh, we let ourselves go into the idea that this motherfucker really fuck with me. You know what I mean? This motherfucker really like me.
Yeah.
He thought about me so much. He wrote all this message, right? Then the 1 year you remove the fucking better thing, right? And the following year it's like a cricket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The following is like a cricket, and you realize that, oh shit, Facebook is being your friend for a long time because Facebook have been notifying your friends about your birthday.
My dad does, like, he does that every year. He'll put my, happy birthday, son, put this big speech up and all that. And I love it. I appreciate it because, it's my dad. But, he's like, oh, everybody's saying, because I don't have a Facebook. So he's like, oh, everybody's saying happy birthday to you and all this. I'm like, yeah, because you put it on there.
Yeah.
But if you would have never put that
Put it
on
on
there,
there?
nah, ain't nobody wouldn't have been on Facebook like,
Exactly.
happy birthday, little, whatever.
Because nobody knows like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? And
But my wife,
and that's what I'm about to say.
now my wife is,
And
today is John's birthday. Who the fuck is
He
John?
said- And
You know what I'm
you know what I mean? And the people that knows, like the people that knows, you know what I mean? Like your wife ain't gonna, like my wife ain't gonna, she ain't gonna forget my birthday. You know what I mean? Like she gonna make sure, oh shit, on his birthday, I'm gonna make sure I get this ready. You know what I
But
mean?
see, look here though. But here's the thing. So people won't they are it's they're always looking for something to get something out of something. You know what I mean? So your birthday, if they remember your birthday, it's because you throw the biggest fucking birthday parties or you know what I mean, shit like that. You know, or you take these birthday vacations and you invite all your friends and yeah, they gonna remember that shit because
Yeah,
they want to get something out of it.
out of
So
it.
if you think like you look Cardi B or somebody like that, everybody remember or all her
Friends,
friends and followers and all that, they remember her birthday.
because they were there last year when in the party, and it was a big one.
But or it's something gonna be posted somewhere, some social media site about her birthday. So she, those people,
It's
that's a
it's difficult for
they're,
them.
they're treading
Yeah.
because they have support from fans, but they also have the hate.
It's
So how would they get through? How would they get through those times? I mean, yeah, they can delete their Instagram and not go on Instagram and all that, but social media has become
need
part
it.
of people's life, right?
Yeah, they need it. So,
So-
like for them, like I feel like it's more difficult for them to get to know who their real friends are.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
They have more difficulties to
I don't
understand.
think they have real friends. At that point.
You're right. I don't think they
Family
have
is
real
probably,
friends.
and the family ain't no better. Shit.
Yeah, they don't know. You know, they can't know, and family ain't no better. You're right. And so it's more difficult for those guys
Because everybody wants something out of something.
and they can't
Something.
and they can't just fucking delete. They can't just take that shit. They can't just I'm gonna be off Instagram. You know what I mean? I feel like the whole business is you can't be emotional. You have to be mentally stable. You know what I mean?
But you saying that, and then we still have these suicides going on, and we still have all these mental issues going on. It's not it's easy to say we have to, but the hardest thing is to start. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Once you start, then everything else will
What do
be
you mean?
fine.
What do
Like so for me, the hardest part for me was going to see anybody, to talk to anybody about what was going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But the moment I was forced to do it and I had to go in there, I was like, shh, I wish I could do this on my own. I don't need y'all to tell me to do this no more. I'm just going to go on my own.
Go on.
You know what I mean? Like that's the hardest part. Even when I had went back to church and I was just sitting in church and I'm like, so I found a church that I liked because, you know, black churches, we go, boy, Sunday is a day. So you in there Sunday school, afternoon service, maybe a dinner, and then you back at night to do an A and B selection, and you know what I mean, and then back to like it's a process and it's long. But this church, like I went, they gave the word, it was to the point, and we was out of there. I was like, dang.
That's a charge?
And, for real. And and it's not Catholic. And they had 3 different services. I'm like, and they went back to back to back. I'm like, wow. So, but that's what I'm saying. These people don't know what they have available to them because they don't start.
They
You know
don't.
what I mean? Their mental is not, like my mental is different from anybody else's mental. I wasn't thinking suicide. Even though I was killing myself by drinking and doing all that, I wasn't thinking that. And my wake up call was that accident. And then I had to, you know, I had to do everything that these motherfuckers were telling me to do. But once I got those opportunities, I was like, man, you know what I mean? I don't even crave for a drink right now. You know what I mean? Not to say that I didn't go through my times. You know, I did. I still went through some shit, but it was better for me because I got that help and I knew where to go now. You know what I mean? Like if I backslid, as the Christians, hallelujah, call it, or you know, if I just relapsed or whatever, I knew where I could go. I mean, I knew I had those avenues. So the hardest part was for me was getting there, and unfortunately, it was that way. But
You know, I started questioning everything when I was going through that.
Mm-hmm.
I started questioning the existence of life. The when the life starts, I started questioning religion. Uh, I think it draws me because I couldn't get a lot of answers. I started reading. I started reading more. I read a lot of books. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even funny. I read a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
I started reading more, and I it makes me question the idea of Christianity, the idea of Islamic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, man, like I think going through that made me who I am today,
Mm-hmm.
right? Coming out of that, understanding that there's nobody, it's just you, right? And it builds my attitude to not giving a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, man, I feel like that might be the pinnacle, right? That might be the pinnacle of
When you say, when you say, because I want to get this before I forget. When you say, and you stopped at the pinnacle,
yeah.
when you say that nobody was there but you, are you talking spiritual or are you just talking again like friends and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I'm talking about friends
Okay,
because
okay,
yeah, I'm talking about family, friends,
okay.
right?
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Pinnacle.
Yeah, so when you get to the pinnacle, right? It makes you feel like okay, you're on the fucking you on this fucking mountain now, and it's just you. So are you gonna jump um or are you gonna fucking roll yourself back down the mountain and fucking go start all over? You know what I
Or
mean?
are you going to embrace it you at the mountaintop
Mountain,
and try to,
yeah,
elevate yourself
elevate
to be at the
yourself.
top?
You know what I
You
mean?
know
The
what I
way
mean? You could look
different.
at it. It's depending on how you look at it. You gotta
Yeah.
look. You gotta take shit, the bad shit, and you gotta turn it around and look at what the good is in it, and that's the good because you at the top of the mountain. A
Mountain.
lot of people don't get there. Now you may get there by accident, like you said. I'm a jump off this motherfucker, or you can be like, shit, I'm up here. This why I love this. I love being up here. I love being on top. Let's make this
That's
work.
about
Let's add some ingredients and let's stay here. You know what I
So,
mean?
when I was in Japan, right? When I left, I had this fucking dude that used to work for me and shit. Not work for me, but we used to work together, right? We used to be on the same fucking job, and I got a phone call that said, dude killed himself, right? On job, like, and he didn't tell nobody. And that was my dude. You know what I mean? Like we used to play fucking Xbox 360 together.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like
What is that?
we used to play Xbox 360 together and shit. And I got a text to say, yo, the dude killed himself. I'm like, what? You know? And that was the same time I was going through it. You know what I mean? And it makes me realize that, man, nobody's gonna remember if you kill yourself. Like they only give you like fucking a week. You know what I mean? They give you a week if that is it. Your family probably gonna fucking remember that shit for a long time, but
Oh yeah.
all your friends don't move on.
That's what they say in the streets. You want to be tough. You go to the streets. You come out with a T-shirt that everybody gonna wear for 2 weeks, and then they forget about
and
you.
they forget about you. That's it. You know what I mean? And that shit like fucking I started slowly like reeling myself back. Like what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? Fucking. Then I realized, like I was saying that I like read a lot of books. Then I realized that the pinnacle, or what I was trying to say about the pinnacle is like the pinnacle of you being fucking yourself is not giving a fuck about what anybody around you got to say and what anybody think. You know what I mean? And I learned that from reading books. I learned that from just reading. You know what I mean? Just reading a bunch of books, and I realized how the mind work. You know what I mean? So yes, to anybody out there that you feeling depressed today and you feel like you just alone, right? Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody around you. Fuck the friends that you think should send you a message to check up on you. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Make yourself an asset. Well, not necessarily an asset, but make yourself put yourself in a position to for people to look for. You know what I mean? Man, like this fucking, like, it's sad that I even have to say this. Like when I see my others fucking videos and they got a picture going on, they got a fucking words on the fucking paper and they're fucking flipping it and people are reading it and they got a sad song and they kept going, and at the end of the video you heard whoever the lady that's doing the fucking video committed suicide, and that was his suicide notes. I'm like, God damn it, man, why the fuck you had to do that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you just seek attention to go kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have a very different feelings about suicide and the way we seek help. You know what I mean? I have a different thing about it. I think that some people are doing it wrong.
Well, I don't agree. So if and like I said, you never know the signs. I think the people that do it regularly are building them. It's just like what do you call people that believe their own lies? Those people, same type. They they're doing it like you say and this, I'm not talking about actual suicidal people. I'm talking about people that seeking attention, because that's where it started from, right? So people that seeking attention will keep doing that and doing that and doing that, and they'll build that mentality to eventually have the courage, or I don't want to ever say that's courage, but have the audacity to go ahead and just pull the trigger, or just end it like that. You know what I mean? And my thing is, that's dangerous territory to be playing in. Like, if you out here seeking attention, you need help.
You do need help.
And let me tell you, I'm also tell you this: if you don't have somebody in your life, your love life or whatever, that supports you or whatever, it is hard. You know what I mean? I thank God for my loved ones, for my wife, for people who actually stick by me and through good and bad. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was my wife, I would have left my ass a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. She is a real God. One. Like, you have to know, but trust me, she's a real one. So, but that's my thing. It's a difference. So if you're dealing with suicide, please go seek help. If you are an attention seeker, go get help.
You need help too.
Yeah, man. Like, stop trying to.
Because everybody need help. There's no normal.
Yeah, and look, do something, find something to do. It's plenty of things to do out here. You just gotta find what you love to do and just run with it.
People commit suicide for not getting enough attention on social media. You know what I mean?
I can't speak on that. I don't even know what to even call it.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of them kids, man, that they commit suicide, and they have to, like, there was a fucking campaign one time that says, like, you gotta get these kids off the social media. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter, she played Roblox, that little fucking game that they play, right? And she told me that yesterday, she was like, Daddy, look at how many followers they got. I'm like, what do that matter?
Wow.
You know what
already? I mean? And she ain't even in school?
She 5. Look at how many followers I got. I'm like, what do that matter? You know what I mean? Cause it's we in a world, in a society that tells us that we all can be fucking celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, I can be a star like fucking Beyonce. I just gotta go viral one time. Damn, and I have the most fame for that day. You know what I mean? And you got these dudes that fucking jump off you got fucking guys that fucking jump off the cliff and shit just to get their attention. You know what I mean? In my opinion, them boys are sick. Because you go through all this trouble so you can get our likes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you sick to me. You know what I mean? And you tells me you hungry for shit. You hungry for this shit. You know what I mean? And what you gonna do when you don't get it no more?
I tell you what, this is my advice to those people. If you have associates, because we ain't gonna say friends, right? If you have associates, and a lot of them, you're famous, because guess what? Each one of those people probably know 100 people.
Yeah.
So
What?
if you're a likable person, they will introduce you to those people, or they will bring you into those rooms, or invite you to their parties, because you're likable. So you're famous already. You're just not a celebrity. You know,
Famous.
right.
You know, on the
And
celebrity level.
but even that comes with a price tag. Like those people wish they could live normal lives. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I mean,
And some
I
of
don't
them,
know.
and some of them dudes are fucking hypocrite too. But yeah, some of them are hypocrites. You know, like some of them talk. That's how I read between the lines, right? Like motherfuckers they talk about how they gonna fucking do this, do that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that dude, fuck that bitch, whatever, right? And they fucking on the next day on their field, they're talking about, oh, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I've been depressed all day. Like, motherfucker, ain't you just talking about how you gonna shoot somebody?
Man, that's a whole.
Yo, like this should be fucking tripping me out, man. Like, cause it's easy, cause the doctor can prove shit. You know what I mean? The doctor cannot prove if I'm mentally sick or not. You know what I mean? I know we get into that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
if the doctor can prove that when you sick or not, right? So it's difficult for them. So that is the most common thing to do when to tell you that I'm sick. You know what I mean? So that you can feel bad for me, is to tell you that I'm depressed. You know what I mean? And some of them guys don't even know what fuck depressed is. You know what I mean? Because people don't know what depressed is. Yo, when you so much fucking depressed that you feel happy being depressed, then you talk about depressed. You know what I mean? Like everybody around you looking at you like, yo, you really, you good? Like you in a fucking hole in a cave, and you kept drinking and drinking and drinking, and the only thing that put you to bed is drink. And you wake up and you go to work. I don't even know how you function. You go wake up, you go to work. You go to work, you leave work, you come back, and you go back drinking, sleep, wake up. Next morning, you don't watch TV, you don't do that because everything just look fucking sad to you, right? And you do that for fucking months.
but you can't as a friend, you can't be an enabler too. Like,
No, you cannot.
so I want to say this, so we'll end it like this. I want to apologize to my friends, my brothers, when I was going through that, because I put them in a predicament. I was, still drinking and having them bring me, liquor and all that, and I don't ever, in my right mind, I wouldn't ever did that to them, and I wasn't in my right mind, so I apologize to them.
That's real.
For that, and also to our viewers, family out there, if you have any information about anybody who can seek help in any type of way with mental issues, drinking, whatever it may be, please comment on it, leave it in the comment section, and we'll start posting that stuff. We'll put some references down in the description, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah. But if you're a friend, don't be an enabler, and if you have a problem, please go seek some help.
So I just look it up, right? For the national helpline for suicide is 988, right? For you can send them a message instead of posting it on Facebook. I think you send these guys a message, they find you a friend, they just call 988, right? They talk to you, they will talk you through it, right? Because it's very more important. Because now when you start posting to friends and you start posting on social media, I'm not saying don't tell your friends you're depressed. I'm just saying that don't leave a note and and make a scene. And because what you do when you do that is that people start panicking, they start freaking out, right? And everybody rushing to your aid. And when you're really sick, and they come over there and they realize that you're good, right? And when other people are sick and they do the same thing, we lost hope or faith in them. You know what I mean? Because we feel like, yeah, it's another fucking cloud chasing thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, call these guys 988. Let them know. Tell them what you're going through, man. I think it's more easy to talk to somebody. Talk to somebody than drinking. You know what I mean? Because drinking ain't gonna help you. Alcohol ain't gonna do it. And I'm speaking as somebody that went through it. So I hope you guys stay safe out there, and we're gonna wrap this up.
I'll see y'all next week.
All right, we out.